Star Wars The Old Republic's new update 8.0 will actually change the game forever. And this is something I don't normally say lightly, but honestly, it's hard to see anything and not think that for this game. Let's go ahead and let's dive into it. Now, we're not going to go into too much detail about a lot of the cosmetic rewards and galactic seasons and things like that, because a lot of those things are basically just going to be more of the same. You know, some of the things that the SWTOR team has done well with Galactic Seasons and things like that. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to talk about a couple of things that are going to be coming in the next 8.0 update. First thing is we're getting a level cap increase to 85. This is absolutely huge. We haven't had a level cap increase from 80 in so long. And I genuinely think that a level cap increase has been long overdue for SWTOR. Now, granted, I haven't caught up on a lot of the story content. I stepped away from the game recently and have recently been coming back. So it's interesting to see whether or not a level cap increase would have actually been necessary when I finally get back up to that story content. But it's going to be a while because I'm focusing on getting legendary status first. Now, on top of that, we are also getting a new planet. We are finally going to Ryloth. I feel like going to Ryloth is probably one of the most, like, this is finally happening things that we've been waiting for in Star Wars The Old Republic for so long. And I'm so glad that we will finally be able to have the Twi'lek homeworld that we can explore, we can quest in. I'm sure there's going to be some really awesome stories that are going to come out of it, and that I'm really excited for. On top of the new update, we're also getting a new 3-boss operation. I'm not going to go into any detail about that because I personally don't play SWTOR for operations. I've never really been a big operations person. I do play them on occasion, but haven't in a while. Now, the big thing that I wanted to talk about, because this is the thing that I genuinely think is going to make a huge difference for SWTOR. They are finally introducing difficulty modes for their overworld or landscape. That's right, they're finally giving a really new way to play the game that is going to make it a lot more difficult. This is something that Star Wars The Old Republic has desperately needed. The game has been way too easy recently. Now, I played SWTOR way back when Rise of the Hutt Cartel first came out and the level cap was 55. If you were playing at that point in time, if you weren't doing side content, you weren't going to be able to beat some yellow mobs that you were going to be fighting. The elite mobs were going to actually beat you. Now, you can be 3 levels under and you can wipe the floor with an elite mob. But if you're 3 levels under, I'm really curious as to what you're doing, because following the main story, you're going to be over leveled by a significant margin, and it becomes really easy to progress through your main story while you're playing through SWTOR. And I do believe that the difficulty works out really, really well for new players, but for players who are leveling in Alton or maybe looking for a different style of gameplay, breezing through the leveling process just becomes so boring and it's not worth it. It almost makes me wonder if it would be more worth it to just spend the cartel coins to just level boost to the right level. And I hate thinking that because I've never been a fan of level boosting, but it makes more sense to do that at this point, because if you're familiar with how each of the stories work, you're just going to be going through a lot of the same. But now, with 8.0, these difficulty modes will give you a ton of new ways to experience leveling, and that to me is absolutely massive for the game. Veteran difficulty will be similar to Launch Era, where it will basically require you to do a lot of side content if you are wanting to get through things efficiently and you're wanting to actually like not die all the time. And then there's Master, where it doesn't matter how much content you're going to be doing, you're probably still going to have difficulty with it, and that's something that makes me really happy. I am really excited to see how Veteran and Master Mode are going to be playing. I'm probably just going to be playing Master Mode for all of my gameplay from here on out, because I genuinely want the game to just be more fun and more difficult. I've really loved Lotro's landscape difficulty. I always play with landscape difficulty on, and so I'm excited to see what this difficulty mode is going to look like for Star Wars The Old Republic. On top of that, not only are they introducing these difficulties, they are also going to be introducing ventures. Now, I'm not too familiar with any of the previous ventures that Star Wars The Old Republic has done, so I'm pretty much just going to be talking about what these ventures are specific to the 8.0 update. They're going to be new ventures that are tied to difficulty modes. How the venture will work is players are going to be creating a venture character that will lock them into their respective difficulty. If you're playing Classic, you'll be locked into Veteran. If you're playing the Expert, then you'll be locked into the Master difficulty. Each venture will provide unique rewards that players will be able to earn through completing these ventures. There are specific milestones and goals that will be venture specific, and I probably will have a video on those once we get more information on that, because genuinely, this is the most excited I have been to play anything Star Wars The Old Republic related. I love the game, and I genuinely have been enjoying getting back into it and leveling a new main, and I'm excited to get into like running flashpoints and things like that and just doing a ton of solo content, because I honestly love solo playing in SWTOR. But the ventures are the thing that I am the most excited for. You can bet your sweet Bippy I am going to be grinding the heck out of both the Veteran and Master difficulty ventures with the goal of trying to clear all 16 of them. There's going to be unique rewards for all 8 origins for each difficulty, and I am going to be diving into that head first. I'm going to have a ton of fun with that. I don't even know what that's fully going to look like, but this is going to be, I think, the most exciting thing. Now, there is one thing to know about these ventures, unfortunately, because SWTOR is SWTOR, ventures are going to be subscriber locked. So once 8.0 drops, if you have not subbed to the game, or you are not subbed to the game during 8.0 and you want to do the ventures, you will need to be subbed into the game in order to do that. So make sure, guys, I'm sorry to say it, make sure you guys get your subs in if you want to participate in the ventures. But either way, they're going to offer some great rewards, I'm sure. I think it's going to be just a fun, unique way to play. It gives me a lot of similar vibes to the Legendary servers on Angmar and Mordor in Lord of the Rings Online, and I think that is going to, again, provide just a new way to experience the earlier parts of the leveling parts of the game. It's going to provide a new, fresh perspective on that, especially for players who have been around for a long period of time and maybe are looking for something new that will be able to shake up their experience. So let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Are you excited for 8.0 and the new level cap increase, the new raid? What exactly are the things you're really looking forward to? For me, it's this landscape difficulty. It's the ventures. This is what I'm looking forward to the most. I'm really excited for that. But that's going to be it for this video. As always, I do want to give a huge shout out to all of my Ko-Fi supporters. You guys are the ones that help to make this channel possible. If you would like to support on Ko-Fi, you can do so down in the description below. And as always, you are loved, you are valued, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we will see you right back here in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.